Supreme Court, rarest of rare case. We're not talking about death penalty in a murder case. We are talking about rarest of cases where a wife agreed to a mutual consent divorce without any alimony. And this is being touted, seen as rare, seen as something which Supreme Court apparently says we've never seen before. Why is it so surprising in this country that a wife could maybe not ask for alimony? Because a culture has been created where wives who are equally capable, sometimes more, are still told that when you file your criminal cases, your domestic violence petition, maintenance cases, and everything else, we'll be able to get you a big fat alimony, behavior which is condoned by the judiciary and by the police. However, no alimony is a lot of times possible, not practical. When I have husband clients consulting me saying, I don't want to pay her a single dime, I tell them it may be possible, but eventually a lot of times that desire comes at a huge cost. We've had a couple of cases where the wife agreed to zero alimony, but those were very special circumstances. In one of these cases, we were able to collect some proof of the wife having an affair with her boss, who was a big celebrity. And if this would have come out, it would have caused huge problems, not so much for the wife, maybe a little bit for her, but a huge problem for the celebrity. And that is why when we threatened, not even filed, we just sent, in this rare situation, a legal notice disclosing all our proof of the affair between the wife and her celebrity boyfriend employer, and the fact that we will be filing a civil suit for injunction damages. We'll be filing a magistrate complaint against these people for the acts of extortion, intimidation, defamation, harassment. They quickly came settled with zero alimony. Another case, we availed of our legal remedies, civil and criminal, against the wife and her relatives. Now, a lot of times we don't know what will work. In this particular case, what worked was the fact that her younger sister was also one of the abusers, because of which we had also sought civil and criminal remedies against her. The lady came in the mediation proceedings and said, I could have fought these cases on me and on my parents. I couldn't tolerate the fact that you filed civil and criminal cases against my little sister. And that is the reason why she agreed to a zero alimony amount. There have been other cases as well. Again, very special situations. And what do I mean? The price is very high to pay. What we usually suggest to husbands is we should obviously put up the strongest possible defense in any of the cases that the wife files. Apart from that, we should be availing of our own legal remedy, civil and criminal, by ourselves and by our family members against the wife and her family members if we are victims. And what happens because of that is a lot of times those big dreams of quick or large alimony amounts get shattered very quickly, and the wife usually comes to reasonable settlement terms. But if you say I want to pay zero, then the wife says I might as well fight out these civil criminal cases myself, because it seems to me that my husband is not offering any incentive apart from these civil criminal cases, any positive incentive upon me to settle the matter. And that is the reason why it is possible. People have done it, but a lot of times, either in exceptional situations or the price to pay to fight it out for several years without making any mistakes is big. It's possible. On a lot of days, I will still not recommend it, but it's possible. It's out there for someone who says, I'm ready to fight it out for the next several years and I'm ready to avail of every legal remedy available to me in the offensive as well as the defensive.